Hello, my name is Sheldon and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Ethiopia. In previous episode, we managed to get some land from Persia, as well as we're starting to turn our economy around quite nicely. We got quite a bit of radicals from the previous wars though, so I might have to wait a little bit before expanding too much, or just start improving the standard of living a bit further, which hasn't been all that successful yet. But I suppose we just conquer a lot of the regions, so it's going to take a while before the effects are going to be full. How much do we have in for me right now? 300. Alright. I mean, it's a high score at this stage of the game anyway. How much? So we are back to number 2 great power, but we've gotten our GDP to over 300 million. We're number 3 worldwide, so we got some expansion to do. And we're getting some constructions over here. We did get the ports now, so I believe we got... Well, we don't have full access in here. I suppose... Well, okay, that one's full. This one's not. Gonna require a little bit. I'm just gonna put in another port there. I suppose all... Of course, we do have the railway there. If we put in the electric trains, that's going to increase the infrastructure already. Of course, it's also going to require a bit more... Actually. Oh, it's going to require more electricity, isn't it? And then over here, we got some stuff. Is that one... There's not that much things in there, so it's working just fine. We can start expanding the wheat farms, I suppose, there. And as... Ooh, coal mine. Yes, please. Get that underway. Not that we necessarily need coal that massively anymore. Let's have a look at the... urban stuff here. So the food industries, not all of them are using the vacuum canning. We probably should though. There's going to be a lot of groceries that we can sell forward. Then I'm just going to put all of that publicly traded, all these publicly traded. The clothing production, if we are going to go for the elastics everywhere, it's going to increase the silk consumption a lot. We don't have our silk production yet, other than the synthetic, I suppose. The class works. If we were to go for the housework plastic, that's going to be a lot of oil. Okay, we're not going to switch that one then. I'm going to put in all of these to publicly traded at least. Tooling workshops publicly traded. The tooling workshops, there's... I would reduce a lot of the coal production, but at the same time the electricity production is going to be a problem. The paper mills, do we want to stay on the... Probably... Stay with the water tube boiler. A little bit of savings at least there. Then chemical plants. We could actually go back to the vacuum evaporation. I don't know where we have the second chemical plant actually. Equatoria. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, what we'll just do is we'll put in the publicly traded. Well, let's have a look at the stuff here. So Equatoria. We've got the food industries there. We've got the chemical plants. It's already using the vacuum evaporation and improved fertilizer. That's probably good enough for the time being. I don't think we need more explosives right at this moment. And then over here we got some more coal mines actually. We could put in the... Well, I don't know if the rail transportation is going to be that important. How is the infrastructure in here? It's not too bad. Oh, and that's something that we could probably start doing. Kenya, for example, well, that's going to require a lot of points, but... Well, actually, there's no point in trying to incorporate them because the game is going to end on 1936. So we don't have all that much time left. So how much did the Austrians have troops again? 250 battalions. If we have a look at the quality of the troops, let's have a look at the capital. It is quite infantry, so they actually got better troops than us, so maybe not fight against them. If we were to fight the Ottomans, though, who are you allies? You got defended back with France, okay, and Russia, and okay, that might be a problem. So maybe not there. We'd always just expand down here or something, do some quick wars. Akoli, I think you are going to be our first target in here. Conquer. Oh, East India Company will side with the enemy. Alright. If they don't give up, of course. Well, we'll have this one mobilized, and we can send... Well, I suppose we can't send you there yet. But that will be defending against the East India Company. Then we'll have some troops... Your offensive planner. Mobilize, advance on that front. Let's see how it goes. We'll be... mobilizing as little troops as possible for this war. They are fearful. I don't know, I mean, they might be able to call in some people. Oh, East India Company didn't actually join it immediately there. Persian uprising might be happening. I'm not entirely surprised by that, admittedly. There's a lot of turmoil in there. 73%. Ooh. They are a bit impoverished, admittedly, so that might be causing some of the issues. Well, I'm sure that we are improving the situation for them, just not quickly enough. Industrial boom. Oromia food industries boosts our industries further. Alright, well, I mean, that's good. Getting a lot of productions in here. There's still a lot of peasants available in our capital. So we can just basically expand things there indefinitely. Well, not necessarily quite everything. Oh, do we have the power plant? We'll get the power plant upgrade over there. We'll get a power plant upgrade over here. Just because we need a lot more electricity. So I'm going to be expanding all of those to some degree. We've got the port upgrade in there. Do we have anything in here? We got the sulfur mine. We'll make that to auto-expand, I suppose. That should be fine. So the Persian succession, or secession, we're going to have to do a landing in there. I suppose depends who's going to join them. We got, oh, Burundi over here is potentially, well, I don't think I can reach there is the thing. We'll also do a quick wars in here. They might still just surrender. Oh, Angola and Burundi. Well, both of those are sort of spread out there, and no one else can join. Well, people can join, I suppose, but they can't call in anyone else. So we're just going to keep this as is. Migration's going on. We're still making money, luckily. But yeah, the fact that we got so massive amount of radicals every conquest means that we are probably going to have a lot of these revolutions overall. Especially the Persian secession is going to be a problem. Now for this, of course, well, let's just activate the army Zanji. That'll be the one that's going to do the landing in Persia. Depends, of course, a lot on who's going to join their side and who isn't. Let's go ahead and... Actually, what are we lacking right now? Oh, that's inactive. Okay, let's just cancel that then. Apparently we need a lot more fine art. And ironclads. And lead. And power. Alright, let's import some more lead, shall we? There's not a lot of good options, though. What about ironclads? There's, well... Sure that there could be some ironclads to be imported. Nope. Alright, well, I guess I'm pretty much the only one producing them then. In which case, let's go ahead and upgrade the shipyard over here. Give that at least a bit of a boost. How's Somaliland doing? It's got a little bit unemployment there now. They're increasing the shipyard there already. So I guess that's sort of things out then. So, big question is, are they gonna... They're fearful, so they might just give up on this. Once they realize that they can't invite anyone else in. They'll probably get a part of that area for free. Then we're gonna do another one against Buganda or something. And slowly get through here, just conquer all of these. Although every time that we do that, it's going to take like 100 days or something like that, so it's not necessarily the best. Admittedly. Oh, Sweden is having another revolution. Oh, is Sweden actually independent now? Nope. Never mind. Russia is not in that yet. And Persia, you've not got anyone supporting you. You are worried. We don't have a lot of troops activate. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got Ethiopia and Uganda. Let's go ahead and get sawmills over there. I don't think we initially need those. We'll put in a bit of rail transportation there regardless. There's not that much unemployed available. And then, of course, we'll need to put in the various things here. And the publicly traded. Banana plantation. The fruit price is fairly low, so I'm not too worried about that one. We don't need too much fabric right now. Millet farms. I'm going to put in at least the treasure machines there. We could put in the fig orchard, I suppose. And the fertilizer. Tea plantation is quite useful, I suppose, but not in high demand right now. I suppose that's about it in terms of the stuff there. Other than the barracks. Let's just put in the best that we can get in there. Actually, that reminds me. I should probably start switching more of the barracks around here to be using the motorized reconnaissance. Going to be increasing the automobile demand, which means that this motor industry is going to need to expand. Also, we'll put in the power plant over there to expand. Over here, what do we have? Tooling workshop, synthetic plant, and glasswork all gonna expand. Oh, actually, how much do we have? We got textile mill over here, which is already producing the luxury clothing. We got textile mill over here, which is not producing elastics yet. We could start doing that, so that's more luxury clothing for us. So that's at least a few more things to produce extra. Norway is having a revolution. There's a lot of revolution apparently. And our war over here, they have no help there right now. Automatic bottle blows, excellent. Let's have a look at the... how much does it do? It reduces the workforce demand. Use a lot of oil and tools, so that's probably not necessarily that useful. The lead use is quite high there. Would the houseware plastics out reduce or increase the oil consumption a lot? Produce a lot of glass, but that's not in high enough demand, I suppose. How is the service price right now? On average. I missed it on the list here. There it is. It's a little bit elevated, but it's not too bad. Although there's the deficit about 2,000. So let's have a look at the stuff over here that we could do. I'm going to switch to the street light there. We could start using a bit less wood and more glass and steel here. More clerks instead of labourers. 1,000 more services, so that's probably fine. We could put in the public trams, I suppose. It's going to reduce the labour use even further, so that's good. And the war against Persia is probably not going to be all that big of a deal. Losing a bit of cash, but we'll be fine, I reckon. The United States of Civil War. I'm hoping that we can pass the proportional taxation, because that would fix our economy pretty quickly. But this war is probably not going to happen, actually, because we got so much more troops than they do. If we, say, activate or mobilize another army here, it's going to be a bit of an extra cost. But we'll get that done. Then once that thing is completed, we can do another conquest over here, maybe. Now, are you going to give up? We've got more troops than you do. You have no troops defending. Well, I mean, you've got some troops defending, I suppose, but you've got no help coming. So just give up, will you? Or if you do attack, then we'll just do a double landing there. Capture everything as quickly as possible. Oh, well, they did go for war. Well, if that's what you want, that's what you'll get. So we've got the... Oh, we lost a lot of generals. Alright. Naval invasion. We'll go for there. Doesn't really matter who's going to be doing the landing, I suppose. And then over here we got another landing that we could do. So double landing, we'll capture that as quickly as possible. We've got almost 4 million loyalists now, so that's been growing rather quickly. And there we go, radio unlocked, excellent. That's going to be very, very important for us. We'd go for the nitrogen fixation, or is there military stuff we could go... Oh, concrete fortification, armor defense plus 40%. We'll get that one done real quick. Then we'll have a look at the other stuff. But yeah, our troops are going to be pretty darn good. And people are starting to import our ironclads. Well, well, well. Right, so we're still getting some radicals, but it's actually going down, the raw numbers in there. I suppose part of that might be because the revolution with Persia started happening, so we lost the Persian radicals in there for a while. Army defense, all the research done now. What are we? So there's the nitrogen fixation, political agitation. I'm not expecting a 10 of living from literacy. Alright. Not necessarily the worst. Initial planning would increase the tax capacity, unlock the telephone switchboard for government administration. That would give us a lot of bureaucracy, I reckon. Or maneuvers per diplomatic play plus 25, that could also be pretty useful. I'm going to get that one real quick. Then we'll see what we can research in addition to that. Now, admittedly, we won't be getting all the research in this playthrough. So we're not going to get that achievement. But how soon do we get the landings done? It's going to be taking another 12 days, so about a week still. Oh, chemical warfare is spreading. Alright. Not necessarily something that I want to do. For historical reasons. Yeah, the landings are going quite nicely. They don't have particularly good troops there. By the looks of it. And the landings are just basically unopposed. So they'll probably give up fairly shortly. How much are they losing war support now? 5 points per week? They're losing a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be done fairly shortly, I reckon. Now we've got both of the armies on the same front. They don't have a lot more troops than what they had before. Because they lost a lot in the combats here, which probably means that there's going to be a little bit less, at least, radicals in Persia after this war. Because our army may have sort of killed them. I suppose we could do a bit more trading in the meanwhile. These are all inactive. Is there a reason for that? Did they embargo me again? Probably did. Alright, well let's import tools from somewhere else. Stains. Not going to be a lot, but it's going to be some profit at least from there. The meat. Who should we sell that to? The Dutch. Alright. We'll sell it to the Dutch then, I suppose. We've got a bit of extra sulfur as well. Interesting. And a lot of liquor. We could sell that to Algeria. Sure. And Morocco. Hopefully that'll start fixing some of the issues. Apparently we got some combat over here. 4 versus 2. It was 4 versus 7 at first, but it's been going better and better for us. There we go. That's all going very nicely. The radicals are now dropping at steady speed. Did we get the motor industries in here? It's slowly expanding, but it's probably not quick enough yet. Should be publicly traded though. But that's good. We got the motor industries of level 20 over here already. Suppose if we were to switch to the automobile production, that would drop the automobile price a lot. And it would actually be an extra 100 production total, but the rubber and oil use would be quite massively increased. I'm not entirely sure about that one. Well, I suppose, on the other hand, If we have a look at the, like, if we switch from this, the rubber and tool consumption is going to go down for the troops. Automobile demand is going to be higher, so I'm going to do that one. And I will go ahead and switch the motor industries to start producing the automobiles. So the rubber consumption is slightly less overall. Well, actually, it's probably going to increase still. But the... Oh, and now the engine price is massive. Alright, well... Don't suppose there's a lot of other things that we could do to reduce the engine use. I mean, well, there's quite a few, actually, things. If we have a look at, for example, what is using the stuff there. So, railways are using a lot. That makes sense, of course. Shipyards are using quite a bit of engines. Trade routes are... oh, right, so we're selling some of that. Opium plantations, power plants, dye plantations. So there's a lot of various things, but the railways are the biggest thing, of course. We got roaring engines. With the invention of and implementation of motor transportation, the question arises, shall we focus on public or private transportation? Now we're going to more automobiles are needed, so we'll get a bit more production in there for a while. Because we need that. And there we go. Persia is almost conquered. They're losing a lot of war support now, 13 per week. So that's going to be done soon. And then, if we want to do the war against Egypt, we are going to have to start that soon. Otherwise, we won't have the time. Of course, what we could do is we could also go around and upgrade... You know what? Once the fighting stops there, I'm going to switch all the troops to be using the... Oh, there we go. So, development. You start using motorized reconnaissance. Start putting the stuff over here. All the conscription centers as well, the way it should be. And the dreadnoughts, we don't have the radio production yet, but we can start that. So, electric industries, the radio... So, less telephones, more radios, electricity increase, your consumption is going to increase. But that's alright, and then... At that point, we're going to start using the... Oh, the ports... Oh, right, we're using some of the oil there. We're going to reduce the oil use, I suppose, but it's not too bad. Although, is there... I guess we still have areas where... Like the old ports, don't we? Those are the industrial ports. I'm guessing it's down on the bottom of the list. Yeah, I don't know. What we're going to do is we're going to put all of these into the industrial port. And then we're just going to manually switch this one back. I think that's going to be the easy option. Just to make sure that everything is correct there. And then I suppose let's have a look at the railways real quick. Is there anything that we could do to reduce the engine use? Probably not. The electric trains do use quite a bit, as well as the electricity. So the electricity is now a bigger problem. Let's go ahead and keep on increasing the levels over there. For all of these power plants. That one's already increasing. We could get the extra level for the synthetic plant over here. And if we were to switch over here to start using the craftsman sewing. So the clothing price is going to go up a little bit. Silk price is going to skyrocket. Fabric price is going to drop actually. If we use elastics, that's going to be a lot of luxury clothing. It's going to cost us a lot, I reckon. Although it might not be all that accurate with the prediction. But do we have the... Oh, we don't have the tax for the luxury clothing yet. It's 18,000. It's not quite as good as the glass price. Or glass tax, I suppose. Is there anything else that would be? No, opium would be probably the closest one. But that's still too small. Now, if only we could pass the proportional taxation over here, wouldn't that be nice? And our war is going to end fairly shortly. They will surrender. In like 2 weeks or so. And then we're going to start maybe planning a war against the Egyptians. Although, I don't know how quick of a war that is going to be. I'm hoping for a quick war, but... Oh, there we go. Revolution has been crushed, and we probably got a bit of extra radicals. Not that much, though. All things considered. Did they switch anything over here? Oh. Put that in there, at least. And combustion engine derricks. A bit more engines, but a lot more oil. Then they probably switched something over here. Oh. Did they get rid of that coal mine? Hold on a minute. Oh, it probably got... Or didn't get completed, did it? Or maybe it did. Wait, why didn't we get... Did they have their own revolution or something? You bastards. What do you have? We don't have a truce with you. Oh, it is diplomatic play, at least. Persia versus... Oh, so it was a revolution within the revolution. Can I do anything against you? Return state. Confirm. I want that back. It's supposed to be mine. I'm gonna put in a one army on the front there already. That'll probably take care of it. Oh, Russia's... Oh, not Russia. Germany's having a revolution. Women in Ethiopia have begun organizing a campaign for the right to vote in general elections. Alright. This is probably a worthy cause. Political agitation. Oh, right, okay. That gives a bit more authority there, good. And let's have a look at the military stuff. So we're getting the chemical warfare there. Well, I mean, I suppose it's not the worst thing in terms of effectiveness of the military, but I'm going to go for the nitrogen fixation. That increase the production of various things, various farms at least. Or for women's suffrage, well, we're trying to pass the proportional taxation first, and that's not going all that well, I'm afraid. Oh, now the Zeppelins are spreading to us, alright. So how big of a difference do we have between us and the French in terms of prestige? They got 4,900, we've got 4,800, so we just need to increase it a little bit further. Oh, we've got a lot of pops in here again. We could... No, actually, we can't get naval bases in here anymore. We could get some more barracks, I suppose, to increase our army size. And let's have a look. How bad is the... Oh, that's inactive trade, alright. How bad is the... Oh, silk price is pretty bad. Could we maybe import some of that? And if yes... Ooh, a lot from China. That's going to make quite a difference. Yeah, we'll have an army there. I'm expecting them... Oh, hold on a minute. Who joined the... Oh, China. Alright. So they've got 400 battalions in there. How good of a troops do they have? I wonder. Line infantry, mobile artillery. Okay, so it's not really that bad. At least not in there. Right, well, I suppose what we're going to do is we're going to send in the... Oh, right, we don't have all the generals there. Let's recruit another general into Ethiopia. You can be one of them. And then I suppose we've got some generals already in here. Actually, do you have... Oh, expert artillery commander. Yeah, I want to promote you. Also, pretty good at defense. So you're going to go and defend in Taiwan. It'll take a bit of time to get there. That'll be fine. We'll add in a bit of war goals and then we'll get more stuff. And I suppose, do we still have... Probably have room for one more general in Ethiopia, just to be on the safe side. Tactful... Motion combat expert. That's actually not a bad one. We've got 5 generals from there. Total. And then... The latest one was this. You're the mountain commander, yeah. I'm just going to send you to advance on that front. Then we'll have another army from here, which could probably... Oh, you're good at defending. Send you over there. And at this stage, do you have... you don't have a lot of maneuvers left. We're just going to wait a little bit to see who they invite yet. Then once we get around here, we'll do our war goals. I'll take at least Taiwan or Formosa. And then maybe something else from them as well. I don't know yet. But like Persia is going to be quite... Oh, there we go. They got Russia in there as well. Kind of expected that. Well, let's mobilize this. Put it on defense there. And then mobilize this. And put it on defense there. Actually, no. You could probably be attacking. Yeah, you got the bonus for attacking in flat terrains. Although that's not really a flat terrain, admittedly. Right, so they've used all their maneuvers, haven't they? Yeah, they have. Alright. Well, now it's my turn. Let's take a... First of all, let's take Sistan from Russia. Then we'll add war goal. Is that Conquer State? Formosa, is that going to be in here? Or is that going to be Return State? Return State, Formosa. There we go. That's another 25 maneuvers spent there. And after that, we could probably take some more land from Russia, I suppose. More of Persia. So Luristan and Isfahan, for example. Or we could go for... Khorasan and Isfahan. Probably go for those two. So the front line is going to be slightly shorter in the future. Well, not that there's necessarily going to be another war against them, quite frankly, but... so we needed to get Khorasan, and then it was the Isfahan. Or Isfahan. There we go. So that's all the maneuvers used from my end. We've still got a bit of armies over here that we could utilize. I suppose we could send that one to advance on that front. And... Oh, right, we got Crete as well, I forgot. There wasn't much in Crete, was there? Let's put steam trawlers in there at least. We got the convoy over there, there's plenty of infrastructure available at least. We could probably build a bit of an army there, just to be on the safe side. In case someone wants to land in there, you know. Right, so we've got troops heading there, we'll have 80 battalions versus the Chinese army. We'll have... 60 battalions versus the Russian army, and 40 battalions versus Persian, so we'll have 100 battalions versus the Russian army afterwards. I will just probably push them as far as possible. So I guess this is probably going to be the last war of the series, come to think of it. Because I don't think we'll have time after this one. It's going to take quite some time. Who's going to win? I reckon it's me. Although we're losing a bit of cash here. So if we can't get the tax done, we might have an issue at our hands. Mostly due to the army cost. Oh, suffrage is killed. Oh no. Naxi seeking to bring attention to the cause of women's suffrage has died in an incredible incident at a derby, killed by a racehorse belonging to there's the Solomon ruler. Oh, landowner approval rating is probably fine. We can increase the if we increase the industrialists popularity, that's probably good. Although they're not particularly loyal right now, it's a bit of a problem. But yes, there is. Oh, hold on a minute. Did they bring Ottomans in there? No, the Ottomans are in another war. It's the German war. Italy's on one side supporting the rebellion, which is quite substantial, and then Ottomans are on the other side supporting the Germany. Alright, alright. There's 1933. There we go. Well, we got one of our armies already on the front towards Russia. They haven't brought in anything here yet. And this war is probably going to start. I mean, they are confident. They got the numbers. The true quality is not going to be sufficient. Plus, now that we've got the motorized reconnaissance, I was thinking what this name was. Oh, do we have field hospitals that are not in? Well, let's just put that. And most of the armies, that's not going to have an impact, though. I suppose the fleets, we could maybe start switching to the dreadnoughts, although the radio price is going to be bloody massive. And the ammunition is going to be also bloody massive, actually. And ironclad. Okay, well, maybe we don't switch our fleet quite yet. It's probably for the best. Are they moving? Are the Russians moving in troops here? Yeah, they got 160 battalions heading there. Well, we'll have 80 battalions defending. We should be pretty good at defense there. We've got some of our best defenders in there. Eventually, we'll probably do a counterattack, but not yet. First of all, the Russians probably out, and then we'll focus on China. But by then, I hope that we have a bit more money. Because right now, things are not looking great. We're paying 44,000 for interest. I mean, the construction cost is pretty high. If we weren't constructing anything, we'd be making money. Just about. We got, well, I suppose we got some of the barracks underway there. We got a lot of other things as well. Getting class works, getting the power plants, some coal mines, oil rigs, and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a lot of things underway. For sure. And it's that one is set to automatically expand. So that's definitely good news. There's going to be another massive war here. Oh, what do we have? 80... Oh wow, do we not have a... No, we do have an admiral there. We don't have an admiral in Sanji. Alright, well, what we could do, of course, is recruit some. We could probably recruit 2 in there now, because we've got 60 flotillas from there. So 1 is going to be expert naval commander. Alright. We're a bit cautious. Oh, both of them are expert naval commanders. Oh, right, okay. Raffle, does that increase the... Something must be increasing your... Oh, yeah, command limit, traditional commander. Well, I'll give you that, and then we'll recruit another one. Oh, convoy ready. That's actually not a bad idea. And then what we'll do is we'll just go for the one of the fleets here, this one. I'm going to promote you. You'll be having 40, and the other one's going to have 20. I don't suppose we're raiding convoys around here. Well, there's going to be some convoys going through there. And we could have this one either do naval invasion. I mean, do we have we don't have the army in here anymore, so you're not going to do naval invasion. But either patrol coast or escort convoys going to there. Oh, but oh, right. It's probably not going to be all that much going through there, is there? Protected convoys going through there at least, and then we should have the fleet from here, which I suppose could be escorting convoys going to China. That's probably where most of the convoys are going to be going from here. So make sure that our troops over there are going to be fine. And the war has started. Let's see how quickly we can beat back the Russians. Losing 200,000 per... right, okay. Do we still have armies that are not mobilized? We've got some battalions in reserves there. Suppose we got the Indonesia one. Yeah, we got one army over there, but I suppose it's not helping there. Alright, do we have... I suppose there's the Russian stuff over there, but we don't have a fleet over here to utilize, so it's probably not in that high use. They've got 600 battalions attacking, but the question is, of course, how good are they in combat? I got almost 300 defense, so yeah, I don't think they're going to be that much of a problem. Especially if we are roughly equal numbers even on the combat, then yeah, we're going to win these combats quite easily. We'll slowly take care of this area. I don't know if we'll be gaining land from their losses. No, not really. But we can just have them attrition their armies in there. And there we go, we captured some part of Persia already here. While this side is, well, it's 5 versus 3. Well, it's going to be a victory. In the meanwhile, yeah, another Russian attack over here. It's done fairly quickly. We don't have a very high level of the general, which does mean that we don't really get quite as many troops into combat as they do. At least sometimes, but it'll be fine. We might want to build some things in here. Namely, we might want to get another level 4 port, just in case. Have a bit more convoys available. In the meanwhile, how are we doing in Persia? Advancing? Oh, wait, no, you're not advancing. Should be advancing, though. Through there, we've got 4 armies over here advancing. We might want to use one of these armies to actually defend. Because we'll take the top one over there, put defense on there, in case they send in a lot of troops here. I don't know if they will, admittedly. But if they do, well, there seems to be some naval combats between France and Italy. Ooh. Well, I'll be. Oh, and now, yeah, Persia has been occupied already, so they're losing their war support very quickly. That's definitely good news. We are losing a lot of cash, though. So if we can't get the proportional taxation, we are going to be in deep trouble. But actually, we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.